Okay,
That's how you're racist.
this time for sure. The sun won't steal my internet. Harmy won't fall asleep in the middle of the game. Some role play will be had. You guys will do something instead of waiting for me to do something to you.
So I went to Target, right? And they had milk chocolates, like the Hershey's milk chocolates that had Pop Rocks in them.
What?
Ew.
I had to buy it. It's in my fridge right now.
That sounds nice.
That seems like a strange combination.
I mean, how it goes.
Final Fantasy has a new promotion with Mountain Dew where if you get 6 bottles of Mountain Dew, I don't know how much that is in freedom units, you get a mount called the Mountain Zoo. It's a Mountain Zoo from a Mountain Dew promo.
This is
It's
like
an
fucking,
actually amazing name.
This is like Night Elf Mohawk levels of shitpost.
Really? It really
You know, they
is.
should just made it Baja Blast.
Baja Blast doesn't qualify because it is Taco Bell only.
Oh, they have Baja
Oh,
Blast
yeah.
in bottles at the store sometimes.
Yeah, it's a temporary thing apparently.
I mean, it comes and goes. All right, we're in the game. Let's play the game.
I'm playing the game.
Not last week. The week before last. Right? We played the week before last?
Yes, we in the industry call that 2 weeks ago.
I have no idea when was the last time we played. Last time we played. This is session 4, right?
You high,
I
bro?
don't remember.
Yes, it is.
Okay. The last time we played. You guys sat around the farm looking to figure out your situation. Your situation has not been figured out.
No, wait, this is session 5.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep, session 5.
Huh. Why do I feel like it's not? Well, regardless. You guys hang around Lail's farm, figuring out your situation. I don't think anything has been figured out, aside from the idea that there's a good chance that you're all gonna die. You don't know when, but it's gonna be a lot sooner than you'd like.
Very ominous. It's almost like a threat.
I mean, I'm just reading the.
It's not a threat. It's a promise.
Like it's not a threat. It's a promise to you, Rowendell.
Well, unless a certain southern gentleman decides to explode himself over the actions that a certain elf might take, you know. There's always the pocket full of ninjas somewhere. I'm sure you guys are waiting for.
Fuck.
Well, you guys are here at Lailstead. I believe Lail has offered you guys to stick around for a bit for this weird cocoon business to resolve. And after that, who knows what might happen. As what happened exactly after you at the end of the last session, I think I don't remember.
At some point, fucking Isolde dissociated, and then we just kind of fooled around the farm for a bit after that.
Yeah,
I was looking for any like magic users, and horrendously failed my check.
That sounds about right. I think there was a wolf running around somewhere that Syl was interested in.
Yeah, that's Syl, the white elf business
did not cause any havoc with.
I believe. I don't know what Rowan's doing. Nobody knows what Rowan's doing. Uh,
I
Rowan doesn't know what
believe
Rowan's doing.
I believe he was getting his instrument and licking semen off of stools.
I don't know if he was looking at per se, but he was. There's definitely a lot of like cleaning of coom off of surfaces.
yeah, there's other bodily fluids around.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's into scat. Got it.
Well, probably more like vomit.
Never entering the farmstead.
Well, believe one
Make a
thing.
con check the second you enter.
Believe one thing that happened is Lael was riding out into the rest of the town, or air quotes town. Why don't we just pick up, let's say, it's mid-afternoon. You guys are together. One of you has failed to find some magic users. I don't know what Syl would be doing at this point in time, or Rowan, but let's just say that you're all in that barn, hanging out, contemplating your next move. And I'll let you guys take it
I'm
over.
writing my newest best song, Elf Ranch 36, Elvin, Elvin slave.
It's like, oh no no no.
Rowan's in the corner muttering about 36 elven slaves at Laelstead.
Laelstead really rocks.
It's true. That's very true.
Are you sure he's a bard?
I think that's the surest sign he's a bard.
Certified bard action. Oh, we have like 1 or 2 more days with the cocoon.
Yeah, and then your action gets us all killed.
You're certain of that time frame?
Yep.
It's not bad. I think we can hold up for that long. Now let's say Miss Hui Ru don't come out quite the way she went in. Um, what's our contingency?
So we'll just look at Raph with a confused expression. We kill her.
There's no guarantee she's going to be a monster. She might just be a bit. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for here? Not as intellectual. Similar to our friend Rowandahl here.
We definitely kill her then.
Touche.
It would depend, I guess, if what comes out is something that can pass for human or not. Unfortunately, looking at Rowan Doll, he does. Mostly.
What?
Yeah, I imagine
Okay.
most of the mutation is up in his skull. That's the only explanation for Mr. Rowandahl here.
And I mean, besides, I'm pretty sure if what comes out is something that'll get us killed, well, Isolta will probably do something about Rowandahl. I mean, she hasn't moved in what, half the day? She's got to be plotting something, other than how she's gonna die.
Rowan looks up. Well, what if we kill our assassins before they kill us?
Now that's a great idea, Rowan. I like that idea. The three of us can take on some of the strongest Kideni assassins they could possibly muster to send after us. I'm sure that'll go
We
over
failed to
great.
kill a single one. There were 4 of us, and we didn't kill him.
Now, to be
He
fair,
killed himself.
that's true. But to be fair, Rowan was not present at that time, and I don't think he would have done a damn thing had he been there. But
So you're proposing that we just wait for the assassins to kill themselves?
that's Rowan Dahl's plan. My suggestion is we hightail it out of here to someplace a bit safer. Well, not exactly safer, but further from the scene of the crime.
At this point, so we'll pull out a map and just lay it out in front of Raphael.
Raphael will look to the west and have an aneurysm briefly, and then look back to north and south.
I think it's safe to say that Whitevine territory and Eden is out of play.
Which leaves further north as our real only way out of here.
Or alternatively, we go west or leave the Rose entirely.
I shiver as I hear the word west.
I mean, Veldor's not all bad. You're a giant, so at least you're tolerated. I mean, that's got to be something.
I'd say we could go up to the Wolfwald, maybe over near Flusdorf or further north.
If we do go that way, I'd request that we get a message over to Carperstead. I have, a shipment to pick up.
Wow, that'd be very funny. Somehow you guys ran away before your carry on.
Well, I sent off a letter myself, so I don't see why you couldn't do the same.
Stop at the Rosenwasser to get some supplies, meet up in a few days. I can't imagine the assassins would get in there too easily.
I can't imagine assassins are after us just yet.
I mean, when they will be. I mean, what are a bunch of, Kideni gonna do? Turn into giants? They'll be pretty obvious. Hopefully.
They're more likely just to hide in the shadows of giants at this point.
Buddy, I don't think you're hiding in any shadows with how tall you are. I'd argue you're more the shadow that people hide in.
That's what he said.
That is what I meant.
Although you don't share any languages with Rue, do you?
Me?
Yes.
No. I have not talked to the young miss. No, not the very brief time we were together.
And I think Isolta is the only one that does, and she's. Well, I'm not sure if it's safe to say she's alive. Should we see if we can get someone to write a letter explaining the situation to her? That way, if she is, sentient, she at least knows what's going on.
Just gonna shout at Azolta. Are you gonna be able to talk to the young miss when she hatches out of whatever the fuck cocoon that is?
Maybe.
I've asked you, Rowan. I know you can't communicate with her.
I mean,
Wait, what do you
the
mean?
the speaking part is easy. The understanding part is what we don't know about.
Right, Rowan, what do you mean by maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe
Maybe as
what?
in maybe as in she ain't gonna even speak her own native tongue when she comes out. Kind of maybe.
No, she could probably speak a no tongue. Yeah.
Normal to the Rose or normal to, unfortunately, you and me normal?
The silence is
Normal.
deafening. Lord have mercy. Well, we have an idea about where we're at.
After he replies normal, you hear a thunk from inside the cart. It's not unusual. It has been sliding and writhing this entire conversation.
Wait, can it hear us now? I do ask in character.
I shrug.
Well, Isolte was the one that actually spoke with her, so she'll probably keep the Elven. She's not gonna randomly start speaking common.
As long as you can communicate with someone, I don't care what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Not every rule has a meaning behind it. Sometimes it's just like players to feel in danger.
This campaign is probably the most in danger we've been
Okay,
in right off the fucking rip.
to be fair, from the sound, you can tell that he's rolling a single die, and then it's a d20. So it's not a d100, so we're safe.
I rolled a D100 twice.
We're gonna die.
He just rolled a d20.
You're really bad at that, my friend, because there were two D100s.
It's fine.
I'm gonna
We're
check
fine,
on
it's
the
fine.
cocoon inside the cart.
Okay. What do you do? Do you look at it from
Uh,
outside or open the door?
Open the. I'm guessing it's curtains to the cart.
Do you open the door slowly?
If this is the cart the three came in, then it's like a carriage. It has two doors on either side.
Okay, then I will open the door and check in what's going on.
You see
See
the
if everything
cocoon.
is okay.
The cocoon is kind of plastered itself to the the floor of the inside of the cart, and it's quite large. It's much larger than the last time that you've seen it, and it does have this sort of rhythmic pulsation, and it doesn't seem to break that pattern. Every once in a while, it does like a bigger sort of puff up or wriggle to the left or right, and brushes up against the wooden panels of the doors or the chairs, and probably what that thunk was you heard earlier. It seems lively. And if you listen real closely, you might even hear a like thoo, 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 sort of like a heartbeat to it.
I will ask in White Mine. Can you hear me?
It continues as it was.
I will poke the cocoon with my finger.
It sort of writhes a bit in reaction to your touch.
Can you understand me?
It continues to move just as it was before.
So we got 1 or 2 days to waste, guys. Who went to the Rose and Water?
Me and Sil.
Yeah, can you show me the way to the Rose and Water?
Sure.
It's not alcohol.
It is just water you have been drinking and possibly bathing. I'm not too sure about that one though. Right this way, young Mr. Rowendahl. I will lead
Anything
him
to get
out.
away. Anything to get away from the cocoon.
Yeah. The way to the Rose and Water is not difficult. Honestly, you could walk in about 4 of the 8 cardinal directions and hit the Rose and Water. But the path that you took is quite obvious to you guys. You can lead Rowendell there in no time.
I'll return after I've led him to the Rosenwasser.
So you lead
I'm
this
not gonna.
weirdo to water.
I led the weirdo to water. I can't make him drink though, so that's gonna be his kind of task.
You probably don't need to make him, because he will.
Yeah, so we'll go with them. Getting away from the cocoon's a good thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna head back after I get there. Like I said, I'm more concerned about
It's
stuff popping
a
up.
half-an-hour trip to, and then another half an hour from, I believe.
And the last time Rowan was left alone in the wild, he nearly died, so
That is very true. So the three of you embark on a little trip to the Rosenwasser, the great, vast lake, which is honestly more of a sea. The size of a proper sea, but it is indeed a lake. Leaving the young Isolta with the cocoon of Huiru. What do you do, Isolta, as the Three Stooges often disappear?
Nothing. I just keep trying to talk to the cocoon, see
Okay.
if there's any reactions.
Why don't you give me a willpower check or insight, whichever you prefer. As
And
always,
let me find my.
find your character sheet.
Yes,
If that stupid
I had the wrong one open.
if that stupid
He had the backup open already.
if that mod didn't like completely replace the in-game token page, we could
Alright,
just have our character
willpower
sheets in game.
is. What?
Will, wisdom.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty sure it's
Give
willpower in
me a
my sheet.
give me a power check. Yeah, your character's having conniptions. The cocoon is too much for them to fathom. Help me, Lovecraft Cat.
I believe you pass if that's a plus 13 on it. What's your attribute score?
11.
Okay, then it's not a pass.
It's hard.
You keep on chatting with the cocoon. I don't know what you say. I don't know how you say it. But you have no idea if what's in there can hear you. Or if what's in there is even capable of hearing.
I will keep at it.
Alright.
Is there any stories behind us? Like, have we met before this?
Yeah. I think, I mean, it's up to you how well you may have known her, but she was definitely in, um, you did take classes with her, like
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
under a proper tutor. People who would just teach noble children, the various things. You make sure they're well educated. Um, Maybe you've been in a couple of classes for like like home ec style things, and then general geographical and political knowledge, and maybe even language. How well you knew her, I believe, hasn't really been established, but you can say that you were at best acquaintances. Maybe you've sat next to her or shared a lunch with her once, but you meeting her on that fateful day, 4 days ago, was probably the first time you've actually spoken to her.
Alright, I will try to get a conversation going about why she didn't want to go to Lakeshore.
Okay. While that's happening, Osulta speaks to a cocoon. The three of you walk off towards that big old pink water.
And it tastes just like roses.
Indeed, it does. else. Your trip is uneventful. Nothing out of the ordinary takes place. You might see some deer here and there, some birds. That's about it. Yeah, no, nothing unusual out here. You might even cross an elf or two that belong to Lailstead as they're walking back towards Lailstead, and you will eventually reach the Rosenwater. Rosenwasser. Wasser? Yeah. Rowendal, this is the first time you've seen it, and I guess I didn't really describe it much to the others, but you'd see in front of you a vast body of water whose other side does not peek over the horizon. The water itself, it looks somewhat murky, but it is a vibrant pink color. You will note that it does not have that sort of not so much unique, but that lakes just have a smell to them, right? Like wet soil kind of
Algae,
smell.
yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have that. The area, the odor of the region is just, it seems very clean, sterile even. You'll notice not a lot of bugs fly above or around the water. Creatures, animals do walk up to the water every once in a while and peck their beaks into it. You'll see deer down the way, further away from you, much further, taking a drink. You don't notice any fish, but it is a large body of water that is vibrantly pink. The actual water itself just feels like regular water. I mean, pretty sure at least one of you has drank from the water that you've brought back.
I can finally cross off one of these bucket list things. This is how I look going towards it. I'm on all fours running towards the Rosenwater.
There's something wrong with you, boy. Every time I think I've seen everything, there is somehow still something more wrong.
Rowendal, do you...
Yes, I partake in the water.
Okay. You scamper on toward the shore, and you partake in the water. It tastes like rose water. I'm
I,
not sure if he knows what that tastes like, but it tastes like if you just bit into a petal, but the water itself is refreshing, I would say.
nice.
Like when you drink fresh squeezed lemonade, it has a sort of uh, a light, airy kind of refreshing feeling to it. Like lemonade with mint. Aside from that, it harbors all the regular properties of water.
Nice. Okay, I stand up. I fix my clothes. We still have more of this back over at the ranch, right? I'm absolutely done being a goof now.
We bought 2 barrels of the stuff back home with us.
Cool. Does Rowan have any idea what the Rosenwater do, or is there like Lulu probably has some notes on it?
Um, roll me a D100.
Guess Kalulu doesn't give a fuck.
Whether Kalulu knows or not, you've never heard her mention anything about it, nor have you ever heard of the other elves mention anything about the Rosewater. This is probably your
Yeah.
first real experience with it.
Must make a good alcohol. Okay, I'm done sightseeing. I just wanted to see if there was anything living in the frozen water.
What?
Rose nice.
Yeah, anything living in the frozen water. Something this wine must have something living in there, right?
Yeah, it has pink dolphins.
Neat.
You're not here, Sultan Shush. Your two companions stand here dumbfounded.
I try and check to see if there's any medicinal effects of the frozen water other than it tastes good.
How would you determine such a thing?
I bite my lip, see if it has anything cooling effects, like mint.
Sure. You bite your lip, and in mere seconds it heals.
Nice. I start taking down notes in my notebook. Just straight up, frozen water can do this.
Okay.
Out of character, is Rondal smart enough to understand that it might be his own biology that heals that quickly? Or does he
If I
think
remember,
it's
I'm
the
pretty
frozen
sure
water?
Roland. I'm pretty sure he has the highest intelligence in the group.
Yeah, but high end, no wisdom.
Out of character, I mean, Roandol
I,
might actually
I,
have the highest intelligence of the group. Uh, doesn't mean he is always accessing it.
More like he just doesn't care.
He's like fucking.
look, he's already focused on trying to breathe. Give him a break.
He then like, okay, you know what? I do realize that I do have my healing factor, so maybe if I cut off my arm.
Is he saying this out loud?
Yes.
You know, I don't think he can regrow your arm.
It's not about regrowing. I can just plop the arm back on. It usually takes a while for it to connect back.
What the fuck? Raphael, that's not a thing, right?
He was a slime of some sort, or some kind of oddball critter. It's possible. That ain't possible for no human, elf, giant. You have to be a real critter. No common folk can do that.
This is. Don't cut off your arm.
I would also recommend against that. However, if you choose to do so, that is entirely your prerogative, Mr. Rowandahl.
Okie dokie. Well, since we have some of this out, I'll probably just. I just want to see the big giant lake.
I do have to ask, why the entire arm, not just a digit or some other smaller bit? Why do we have to be so extreme, Mr. Rowandahl?
For you, it's extreme. For me, it's kind of okay. notes.
Have you cut off a limb before?
Yeah,
And what region are you from again? Just to refresh my memory, so I'll never go there.
Madman's Rest.
I'll make a mental note of that.
As
Well,
as you get up, or as you answer his question, Rowandahl, you hear a splash coming from the water.
I look at the splash.
You see water moving as if something sort of breached, but you don't see the creature that did it.
Better be a pink dolphin.
Aren't those
I
in the ocean?
I look at Ruff and so. Do you guys know the customs of the waters here?
The what?
Do you know the customs of the waters here?
I can't say I've ever paid attention to the customs of the water.
That's good enough for me. I start stripping and I start trying to dive into the water.
Okay. You start to strip and you dive into the water.
You know, if we leave now, he might not find his way back.
Time to get that.
We'll need him for the cocoon.
I'm while I'm diving in, I'm going. Time to get that lake puppy.
This man is just irredeemable.
Gonna boop him on the nose.
You dive into the water. What are you doing, Rowan?
I check to see if I can actually see down the pink water because it's so clear.
The fucking roasted monster sears his eyeball.
As you dive in, and as you open your eyes underwater, you do get that sort of minty, refreshing feeling on your eyes. However, you can see like no more than a foot in front of you. You can see a little bit further than a foot, maybe, but it's very opaque.
Is there foliage or plants down here?
How deep do you try to go?
Yeah, I try and check to see if there's plants or anything down here.
Um, how deep do you try to go?
How deep is the lake?
Well, you can't tell just by looking,
I
because well, you
I
can't
go
see more than
I
a foot.
swim down.
Swim down. All right. What's your move speed?
Probably 30.
35.
35.
Oh well, 35.
Do you have anything that gives you a swim speed?
I have 18 dex, 18 con.
No.
Can I charisma my way through it?
No.
Can I charisma my way through the water?
Don't worry. The Constitution will be on your side. You swim down. And down. And down. And there's a certain point you feel like you spent a lot of time swimming downward to the point where you're kind of worried that you're running out of breath. But you have not felt any surface yet. And at this point, the bright pink color that was flooding your eyeballs, it's sort of dimming. You feel something brush across your leg. It's quick.
I do a perception check.
Do a perception check.
Damn.
And for the viewers at home, all 0 of you, we have a flat DC system of 21. This does not pass that system. You try to look in the direction of your leg. And well, you can't even see the part of your leg that it brushed against, because it's just too far away.
Okay. Well, I'll try and swim back to the shore.
You begin swimming back to the shore, and slowly but steadily, the brightness of the water begins to increase as you're getting closer and closer to the surface. You feel like you're almost running out of breath, but your face
Okay.
hits the surface of the water, and once again, you are capable of breathing. It's a weird feeling. Your face meeting with the open air has a very cooling feeling, like on the level of icy hot even.
Icy hot on the balls.
Nice. Got the Bengay rubbing.
What do you do?
Okay. I walk to Raph. Still naked.
As you surface and get out of the water, that icy hot feeling goes to the rest of your body as soon as it touches the air.
Nice.
It is,
Cool and refreshing.
yeah. Still, Raph, this naked elf walks up to you guys, fresh from his dip in the rose water.
So I wasn't able to see anything, but there is something living down there.
You don't say.
In a lake. Things are living in a lake.
Yeah. Now I ponder if I can use Find Familiar to find me a fish.
What is your familiar?
It's a squirrel right now.
Ah,
Yeah, I thought it was a spider.
no, that
No,
was
it's a
Falulu.
squirrel. I asked Ralph, can squirrels swim?
I imagine some of them can.
I look at my squirrel familiar. You think you can swim?
It looks at you.
It really has no say in this.
Oh no.
I don't think familiars have a language or the ability to speak, even if they're spoken to.
That's why it has no say in this.
Are you gonna throw your familiar into the lake? I assume that's where we're going.
Never let them know your next move. I get dressed and I tell them to let's go head back.
Okay. Gonna. I didn't think we'd come to the point where we're drowning our magical creatures. But hey,
What are the ethics of drowning magical creatures?
um, well, actually, you know what? It did happen, or at least kind of happened. And then the bridge exploded. Do you guys head on back?
Yeah,
Yes.
Right? Y'all
I
head
feel
on
great.
back. You head on back. Rowan Doll has icy hot balls.
I don't have my pants sticking to my balls anymore, so it's great.
Doll's
I
mentally retarded.
mean, wouldn't they be sticking even more?
No, it has a cooling effect.
It is the cooling effect does last for a good while. I'd say like the 10 minutes of your trip back, you got this sort of this cooling feeling. Although a lot of it can be from just putting your clothes back on instead of drying off. Who knows? But your trip back to Laelstead is as uneventful as it was to the Rosenwasser. You guys arrive at Laelstead as you see the manor house off in the distance. Maybe like off in the distance. Anything you want to do, or are you just gonna to return to the cart?
Return to depression.
Has
Turn to the
Leia?
cart.
So did Leia already leave? Wherever the hell she going?
Yes, she left. She left around the same time you guys entered the barn and had a little conversation about the cocoon.
Neat. Okay, I'm gonna go to the Lailstead house and go. Where the hell is the alchemist that hides when Lail is here?
You say this to a bunch of elves? You barge in and ask this?
It's ruined. Do you really have to ask that?
I probably shouldn't. You get
Yeah.
ignored. People are
Come on.
They call him a bunch of
smoking,
slurs.
drinking, having a good time.
I keep going around asking for where the alchemists are.
Um, that is a
Actually, I
good.
know where the alchemist would be. I go to the moonshine distilleries and check there.
Okay. After a while, you leave and you go to the moonshine distills and you check there. This time this will be roll for that one now. The distillery is empty. Is this a 6? Yes. The distillery is empty.
Yeah.
Aside from the stills, of course. An elf enters, but they have with them a bag of probably apples. And they place it near another sort of pile of burlap sacks full of rotting or flawed apples, and then they leave.
Why is it? I'll go check those apples.
Okay. You check the apples. The apples are indeed flawed in some way, not really sellable, or are spoiling.
I asked the elf what's wrong with one of the flawed ones.
No one likes eating those, or no one likes to pay to eat those. So
So,
we just put them in the mash and toss them in the stills.
huh? I eat one of the flawed apples.
Well, I would avoid the moldy ones. As he places down another burlap sack and walks off.
Oh, by the way, and Lael's gone. Do you know where all the alchemists are?
He looks at you, and I mean, she's still in town, so they're not gonna be doing their thing.
Yeah.
They're very sheepish. I don't really know how to find them. They're very visible once, Lael's gone for the business season, as she calls it. But you're shit out of luck when you want to find them right now. Yeah, kind of sucks for the rest of us. If you want, there's an apothecary. They're acceptable to her. But the alchemists, they're hiding in their holes for at least a month.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
And he continues on leaving. Still, Raph, are you returning to the barn while Rowan goes off and does his
And tries to get himself killed? Yes.
All right. You'll walk in, and Isolta will be there talking to a cocoon in the corner. Just, you'll probably hear her quieted voice from the door.
Oh, hey, she's gone crazy.
Isolta, give me a wisdom check.
I wanna.
I'll do it anyway.
It's over.
Hey, 21. Throughout this entire conversation with this cocoon, you can surmise that it has had no reaction to your stories, your conversation, to your soliloquy whatsoever. It just exists. Any movement, any pumping, any wriggling, any writhing is just a function of its existence. So, save any special desires. Is there anything else that you guys wish to do on this farm for this day?
Nothing I can think of.
Yeah, we're pretty much just waiting to see what happens with this cocoon.
Okay.
I'm gonna serenade the whole Laelstead mansion with this song.
Actually, we're gonna kill Rowan Doll.
You know
give
what?
me,
No. How about this? Syl and Raph are gonna watch this unfold.
give me a performance check, Rowan.
He did good last time.
You did?
And last time I remember he succeeded in his check. The elves liked the song.
18 elves.
Didn't Grant McDonald get busted by the FBI?
Rowan,
Are you
performance
seeing this in character?
check. You could also use charisma, but I think this situation calls for performance proper. I'm sure you have to find your character sheet as well.
Holy.
Natural one.
Ooh.
You go and perform for the elves. Uh, at this point in time, firecrackers.
Firecrackers.
No, I'm not sure if
Yeah.
you can hear that. Someone just
No.
threw off a whole thing of firecrackers right now. Um, at this point in time, the elves are kind of winding down for dinner, and you start doing your thing. And at first, they seem to, oh hey, he's making music again. And then they seem to be very disinterested. And then you have, then you have some food thrown at you with the intention to do harm.
I forget, what
Right.
instrument did you choose?
The ukulele.
Based ukulele enjoyer.
No, it's a lute ukulele.
Damn it.
If what's your AC?
15.
You get hit by a couple of you get hit by an apple, and then you get hit by a, what would this be? The haunch, like the leg, the upper leg of a deer, roasted, as somebody just is sick of hearing your shit.
I'd say this is a pretty good performance.
Yeah, it's great.
The rest of the food and utensils just whiz on by.
It just means someone actually does not like my music enough to actually listen to it.
It's true, they don't understand the messaging.
Ref, what do you think of this performance? The music is shit, but I mean the live theater, it's quite nice.
I just shake my head.
Anything else we should do for tonight?
Oh,
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Watching Rowan make a fool of himself is the best thing that could have happened today.
We'll move on.
Yeah, 28 Elven Rosen Waters pulling up in black carriages
oh, what's this? Lilstead is under assault.
under attack.
18 naked Cadeni assassins.
I point to Ralph. He knows the song.
Fucking time, man. Oh my god.
Why do you know the lyrics to his music?
Something came over me at the time. The black one was speaking through me.
And this black one, are they real?
You know, considering the headache I had a few days ago and this mark on my arm, I'd say they are.
All right.
I am gonna go back to the carriage and check up on the cocoon.
I'm going to bed.
Ask if you guys are done for tonight, but no. You go back to the carriage and check on the cocoon. If Isolta is still there, which Isolta, what are you doing?
I'm there.
Okay, Isolta's still there. Are you still talking to the cocoon?
Yeah.
All right. As as night begins to fall, Isolta, still losing her mind, is talking to this cocoon as you arrive, Rowandahl. It seems to be doing as it always has been. Just, pulsating, writhing, wriggling. Nothing special. Continues this rhythmic pattern and is only interrupted by either being touched or by a seemingly random sort of shudder, which happens every so often. Anything you wish to know more specific?
Yep, I'm gonna go bring some of those apples over to the carriage over here.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if they're moldy or rotten.
Okay. You bring some apples.
Okay. I'm gonna check on the cocoon, see if it's almost ready. I kind of do a little tap on it. I do the car salesman's act towards towards Isolde without like she's kind of still out of it, but still
You tap it.
slap.
It does the whole like wriggling thing, like when you poke a night crawler. And give me an intelligence check at -4. All right. Uh, it just wriggles violently as you slap it. I mean, it always seems to do that. Even Isolta would not be surprised by its reaction to your touch. Anything else?
Try to remember if we let the cocoon open up by itself, or we have to help it open.
In 99% of cases, the cocoon opened on its own. Uh, Give me an intelligence check for more information about that.
Would you like to know more?
Powerful roll. Yes, the absolute overwhelming majority of cocoons would open on their own. Um, and many of them did so in various ways. Some of them seemingly unnatural to how cocoons usually open. You did have your normal types where like the creature would sort of burrow out of like one end. You had some types where the creature would burrow out the side. Um, then there were times where like the entire cocoon would sort of bifurcate along a single axis, sort of popping open in like a miniature explosion. Not like there's
Yeah.
any explosive force behind it, but like it just pop open sometimes. Then there were cases where some creatures actually ate their way out and actually ate the cocoon itself. But those were more common in tests done on juveniles. Um, and then there were the very few cases where you had to actually dig the creature out of the cocoon itself. Um, I will roll a luck check for this particular bit of information, which probably isn't that important anyway. There was one time where the cocoon itself was too thick. It was too thick for the creature inside to get out, which happened twice actually. The second time, the creature attempted to dig itself out, but ended up just sort of dying inside because the cocoon became more of like a solid chrysalis as opposed to like a silk web sort of thing. And it tried to dig itself out and it never got itself out, and it kind of just, nobody really knew it was trying to hatch just because the thing was so solid that there no more movement was detected from it anymore. And eventually somebody decided to open the cocoon themselves, and they found the corpse of the creature on the inside. However, this cocoon doesn't have any signs of becoming a solid chrysalis, as far as you know.
Neat. Just in case. We'll have like a knife or something close by, or a hammer.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
We got rosin water here.
2 barrels.
Perfect. Well, we're ready. Tomorrow's gonna be tomorrow, or sometime tomorrow is gonna be a big day.
All right.
Hopefully.
Isolta, everyone else, I imagine, is going to sleep. Are you going to stick around here?
I'm going to sleep too.
Okay. Are you going to stick around here, or are you going to go to your room?
I'm gonna stick around.
All right. You stick around.
Find myself a good corner. Just sit down there.
Okay. Find yourself a corner. Sit down. You all go to sleep.
I'm snoozing.
See.
I was like, so they get disemboweled.
Oh, yes.
To shreds, you say?
2 pieces, you say? Everybody give me a D20. Regular flat D20.
Oh no!
Rowan and Raphael. The 2 of you wake up to what sounds like scratching.
Okay.
The scratching doesn't stick around in a single spot either. It moves a little bit.
Where's it coming from?
Sounds like it's coming from outside.
I get my familiar outside.
All right.
Look for a lantern.
You snap your familiar into existence and you send them outside.
Yep.
The squirrel can probably squeeze out somewhere. You don't want to open a door.
Yeah.
Raph, you look for a
It's on the
lantern.
roof.
You'll find there should be a lantern with oil in this place. Yes, you will find a lantern, and it does have oil in it. All you need to do is light it. Your familiar is outside. I imagine you are trying to see through its eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. You will see that there is a large canine creature sniffing around the barn. How well should a squirrel see? Actually, you know what? The moon is pretty bright, actually. Yeah. The moon is still quite bright. You can see plainly that there is just a large wolf sniffing around.
I tell it that there's no white woman here, so it should go away.
Technically that's wrong. We do in fact have a white human.
Oh no.
That is true.
Bros.
Okay. Just let's go. Let's check it out. See what's going on.
I
Okay.
will
I
head
open the
towards
door. I go, what the hell do you want?
Oh, it's on the side of the barn.
I knock on the side of the barn.
I'm just going outside to see what's scratching around.
Okay. Rowan, you
Actually, no. What I do is I scratch back at it and tell it how the hell do you like it, huh?
Perfectly well-adjusted person.
Oh my god. One of these days, I'm gonna play Rowan Doll in one of my table games.
Good lord.
Mess.
Do I hear Rowan Dahl talking to the wall?
Uh, Probably a little muffled. When you turn the
Yeah, how the hell
corner,
do you like it, huh?
when you turn the corner, you will see a large black wolf. It seems to have kind of taken back once Rowan started like slapping at the wall and scratching at the wall, and then it does that thing where a dog will sort of like creep forward and sniff at the thing, and then you'll hear from the inside scratches, just like you heard from the outside previously, but now they're on the inside of the building, and the wolf will sort of like back up a little bit.
I don't
Yeah,
think
you better. Yeah, you better stop.
I didn't see the wolf that still ran into, right?
Do you know what that wolf looked like?
No, I don't remember. I remember. I think I was asleep when that happened. I'm just trying to like.
And you wouldn't know whether or not this is or isn't.
Okay.
The wolf turns his head towards you, Raph, and it starts to walk away while still keeping an eye on you.
Can I tell if it's shapeshifted?
Uh, how would how would you or anyone ascertain that fact? Just a question. I already have the answer.
Fucking spell. What's it called? My proficiency. Spell crafting.
Hmm. I mean, maybe. I think I probably should make skills related to arcane, divine, and chaos.
I know the answer, but yeah. There's technically two answers, I.
What would those answers be?
Well, one of them I'm not going to say because Syl is asleep, or do you want me to just say it OOC?
Yeah, say out of character.
Uh, True Sight and Detect Magic.
Does True Sight allow you to see shapeshift?
Yeah, it's True Sight, dude.
True Sight is usually for magic and illusions.
I have detect magic.
I don't think
A
True Sight
monster with
lets you
True
see
Sight,
shapeshift.
yeah, it can. It can perceive the true form.
Oh, alright. So True Sight would be one of them, and the other one was what?
Detect Magic, because shape change is, well, wild shape is magic. It is a magical transformation.
But it's not a spell, is it?
Starting at 2nd level, you can use your action to magically assume the shape of a beast that you've seen before.
Mm,
Yeah, detect magic works.
I guess it would, huh? So then you would have
But
to,
you have to be within range.
yeah, you have to be within range, and
And it has a
ah,
verbal component, so
I feel like there was, what was it? No, because you can't use detect magic to see like shapeshifters, right? Or changelings. Changelings?
because theirs is non-magical.
Hmm. Something I should think about for other games. But
I was thinking about it more as like in character and being like a fucking seeker of magic.
yeah, I get where you're coming from. Um, what about
Who
what
has
about
detect magic
true
from his thing?
polymorph? Would that be seen? Isn't true polymorph a permanent physical thing until like a actually no, that's still magical. Never mind. It doesn't matter. You you look at this creature and you ask yourself, is this a shapeshifter? You have no idea. Better yet, what experience do you have with shapeshifters? Shapeshifting with your background in magic and having come from the Black Boom Academy, you would know that there are a few ways to engage in shapeshifting, and then there are probably about twice as many types of shape-shifting creatures in the world. You know off the bat that the creatures known as titans that live over in the hill giant region, that they have the innate ability to shapeshift themselves into a proper human form. Um, you know that the druids of the Wolfswald uh, are some of the oldest known shapeshifters. However, their magic is kind of unattainable or unintelligible to most people. Even even the Mitress uh, Rafflesia doesn't really understand the concept of shapeshifting, or at least druidic shapeshifting.
Druids were too powerful.
It is also something that is quite rare. Even though there are plenty of druids in the Wolfswald, not all of them are shapeshifters. But you do
So I have
know
no
that it
clue.
is also related to the spirits. Uh, it is possible to be granted the ability to shapeshift by the spirits, which are another sort of arcane creature. Well, arcane in the concept of arcane, not the physical property of arcane.
Yeah.
The wolf backs up, sniffs at the barn, probably coinciding with another one of Rowan's weirdo antics. Wolf backs up again, looks at
Is that
you.
really weirdo antic though?
Ah,
I know, really. Isn't it just normal for Rowan at this point?
normal for Rowan, weird for everyone else. The wolf
I walk up.
begins to walk away. And by walk, I mean more of like a trot. It kind of just slinks off into the night.
Did I see where it went?
Um, away. You know the direction it's going. Not like it's heading towards anything in specific.
go back inside.
All right.
Did it fuck off?
What the hell is wrong with you, boy? It's in the middle of the fucking night and you're in here screaming and babbling at the wall. Go back to sleep. It's a fucking dog. I thought some shapeshifter was creeping up on us.
Yeah, so did it go away?
Yes, it went away. Shut the fuck up.
Good. Good.
Mission accomplished.
That'll teach you to come by and scratching on the fucking walls.
Oh my god, man.
You guys can head back to sleep and sleep the night.
You know, Hive, I do have to say, it's very nice that you let people play characters with special needs.
Well, I mean, it's the new thing, right?
No, I know. Wizards of the Coast wish they had a character like Rowan.
I'm only missing my wheelchair.
Give him a tard helmet next time over.
Hey, this the retard helmet gives you like +2 AC.
No, fair enough. I'll give you that one.
It is morning. The rooster crows, and you guys awake. Slowly. You've also all had a short rest. Sil, Raph, and Isolt probably have a long rest. Rowan, you took a dive into the pool, so you only get a short one.
Nice. I don't really need a rest.
I mean, you need some other things.
What you guys doing?
Waking up.
First thing I do is check on the cocoon.
Yeah, because that is on wrong the first thing we have to do.
The cocoon, it hasn't grown, but the shape seems like it's become a little bit more solid, solidified in a ways where now it's the movement isn't as violent. It's a lot more. What's the word? It's it looks like controlled could be it. So like as it used to pulsate and writhe, now it kind of does that, but it's a lot more subtle. As if the cocoon itself is stiffening a little bit. You feel like this thing could hatch anywhere between 12 hours to 24 hours.
Nice.
Nope.
Well, I'm off to the apothecary, see what the fuck they got.
You go and seek out the apothecary. What about the rest of you?
Is Lil still gone?
You can probably check. And if you ask around, you'll probably find that she is still doing her rounds.
Yeah. It's over.
Anyone else want to do something special?
Nope.
Nope. Alright. Rowan, you go and seek out the apothecary. The apothecary's place is right here in the center of this the little the manor square, if there's a word for it. It's a nice sort of cottage that's built maybe 100 feet away from the manor house itself.
Okay. I check into the apothecary.
You check in. It looks like a regular person's house. There is a sign outside that says welcome. And when you go inside, you'll find an elf, all on their lonesome, currently scribbling into a large ledger.
This poor elf doesn't even know.
He takes note that you've entered. He scribbles some more things into his book. Gets up. And, yes. Uh, I don't think we've met before. Are you new to town? Are you come
Rowendell.
to get your tattoos?
Tattoos? No, no, no. I'm not here for tattoos.
By the way, I like how his response to "Are you new in town?" is saying his name.
Yes. Well, a friend of.
Yeah, we're here staying for a bit with Lil's permission.
Ah, the lady of the house. Yes. Well, I assume you came to me for you have need of healing.
No, I just actually just wanted to talk.
Oh, that's quite odd nowadays. What do you wish to talk about, Rowan?
Well, I have this thing here. Like, well, first off, do you have any weird medicines that you usually have here, like a local medicine that you guys use or whatever?
Nothing I would call weird. We do have a local, I would say, specialty. We take the centaur leaf and grind it into a poultice. Works well on abrasions. Not much use else, unless you want to get really high.
Wait, what was that last part?
Oh no.
Oh, really high? It's a psychoeffective material. You usually ingest it. Well, no, you usually smoke the leaf, but when ground down in this manner and dried properly, instead of rubbing it on a small cut or abrasion or rash that will heal it in but a couple days, you can ingest the serum, and in about an hour or so, will well, it's quite something.
Wait,
Dangerous, really.
was that what they had in the
Yeah,
in,
centaur leaf. It's it's essentially marijuana, but it's shaped like a horse hoof.
oh, was that the thing in the warehouse or something? That was something else.
Yes, that's the thing in the warehouse.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Do you have any recipes for this?
I can show you. They usually make
Perfect.
about a bottle a day. See, finds itself use, properly or otherwise. He will show you how he makes it. Generally, it's a mix of both fresh and dry. Fresh and dry leaf mixed in with some of the seed and a few other things that are very common to ooh, more fireworks. Those aren't gunshots, I swear.
Poppy lives in the hood, bros.
I live in like an island where everything else around me is the hood.
So the hood.
So you live in the hood.
No, I live in the eye of the hood, where it's calm.
An oasis.
It's calm, and there are some whites and Asians here and there.
He's
Why
in
are
the
there
actual Gangster's
fireworks going off
Paradise.
today? Is there something special happening? Did the Dodgers win something? The
No, it's
fuck?
a shootout.
God. All right. Yeah, he shows you how to make this material. It's a lot of centaur leaf and normal like healing air quotes materials, lavender, stuff like that, and it mixes into a very thick paste, dark green thick paste. Because again, it's supposed to be a topical solution.
Okay, I asked him, what do you think about using some of this? I give him like some of the lacquer that I have, the liquor.
The licorice meth.
Yeah.
That's uh somewhat uncommon use by the white vines for illegal enhancement of work of farmhands. I'm not too sure it would go too well for a topical purpose. This stuff is better off imbibed.
Nice. Okay. Well, I write down the recipe that you had for it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I tell him what I've been doing all around the thing, all around the world.
Okay. Give me a charisma check.
Wow, I finally get to use it.
He seems somewhat interested. No, he seems decently interested in your little quest. Though he's not too keen on the idea of just going around drinking random shit, especially weird stuff. He seems to have a appreciation for the almost scientific merit of your endeavors.
Yeah, I tell him. Yeah, pretty much. It might a lot of the stuff I probably ingested might have killed a normal person, but eh,
He
it probably
does
wears off in
tell
a couple
you
days.
that he does give you a weird drink, or knowledge of a weird drink. He says that the there is a tribe of dwarves that live in the Freelands, and they like to put gunpowder in their whiskey. And there's something else in there. He doesn't quite remember what it is. But it's something that they
Gunpowder
gorge
in the
themselves
whiskey.
on before they go to battle.
Okay, I write that down. And I asked them like where these dwarves are. Are these the
Somewhere.
Varwood dwarves?
They're not as far as the Varwood. These ones are closer. They live on this side of the mountains. You'll find them somewhere in the Freelands. The closer to the Varfell, but not beyond it.
Huh. Okay.
He also tells you that he's once heard a rumor that the Greythorn Penal Colony, what's it called, Ehrenvert? They have a cocktail that involves drinking the blood of wolves.
Cool. I also write this down.
Just he also mentions not to mention that to any Greythorns.
Okay, I write down big letters. Do not mention this to other Greythorn elves.
All right. Anything else we should do here?
Nope.
All right.
Say my thanks to the elf and go on my way.
All right. Anybody else have some things they want to play out? As I'm sure we're all waiting for the big events to happen.
Ain't nobody with no magic here.
To be fair, it's also a very peaceful area, relatively speaking.
Oh, there's plenty of things that you can do. Fuck something up.
Yeah, that's why we're not doing anything. We don't want to fuck things up even more.
Isolta, anything that you wish to do here?
No.
Talking to yourself while you play Mop Remix?
Sure.
Letting the schizophrenia set in for real.
Sometime around 2 p.m., Lael will return to the manor house. She rides in atop that cart. Cart adorned with what looks like a fresh harvest of, I think, grapes at this point in time. Grapes and a couple of elves that she did not ride off with. She's returning with a couple of elves.
No. I wave to her. Welcome back.
She takes a drag of her cigarette and is like, "Oh boy, I forgot these guys are here." Hey, how you doing? I hope you're not messing things up here.
Nope.
Never.
We've been on our best behavior.
I'm sure. She
We
hops
did
off the cart.
learn. We did learn if you want, you can cut off his arm and he can apparently fucking reattach it.
Really?
He's a special little boy.
He's apparently done it before.
I knew an alchemist who could do that. He didn't last too long. Apparently, you can't really lose your head. It's the one thing you can't grow back. Some of the elves from the manor house exit the building and they start to unload the cart. She grabs the two elves that came back on the cart with her. Both of them women, both of them quite attractive. puts her arms around him. Both of them way taller than her. Well, unless you got anything that you want to talk about, I have some business to attend to.
I give her a thumbs up.
And then she kind of looks around.
Enjoy.
Is the kid still moping?
No, she's talking to herself.
Oh.
She's
Well.
fine.
Can't win them all, I guess. If, whatever, I'll speak to Kitten later. Come on. And she slaps at one of the elves and right on the bottom and walks right into the manor as they giggle on.
Holy based.
Cart gets unloaded. Grapes get sent to multiple buildings here. One crate enters the manor house. A couple of them enter the distillery. Some of them are sent to... there's a small shed somewhat like 100 feet off away from the manor house. Kind of in between the manor house and like the dinner, or on the other side of where like the dinner tables are set up on a twice a day basis. Anybody want to do anything? Or is it time for some more time skipping?
One more time skip unless
More like time running.
unless all the elves wants to listen to a new song.
Ram Ranch 29 space fucking ranch.
We
Y'all
should've
y'all cowards don't even smoke Minotaur leaf.
Like, fucking Rowan's gonna run up to him and be like, nah, you ain't packing your shit right. Let me show you how you do it.
Yes, the bard known as Basilisk. Alright, if you want, you guys could have yourselves
Bard known as soon to be dead.
have yourselves a long rest. As we'll skip
Yep.
to tomorrow. Okay.
We do some skipping.
Well,
Yeah, there's not much I can think of.
I guess I do have to ask you, Isolde. Are you still sitting there in the corner? Are you interacting
No,
with
I was
Cocoon?
moving. I was moving around, but I wasn't doing much.
Okay, so you're just avoiding the AFK log off.
I'm
I'm running into a wall in the fucking Goldshire Inn, bros.
having a
Honestly-
teenager anxiety attack.
Honestly, it's fitting that it'd be like the Goldshire Inn, since there's elves, there's like all female elves fucking each other somewhere.
Oh, there's some male ones thrown in there. Actually, there's a decent amount in there. Lael doesn't seem to care about them, though.
It's Avenine, bros.
I need to open up a text file real quick and see what I'm about to roll on a table. I'll just open Notepad++.
No.
What the fuck is this? Oh, this is your guys' thing. New table. No, is there any one of these that I could just write on? Yeah, here's one. Eastern Legion's one. I'm not using this one anymore.
Rest in peace,
Let's
Perseus.
see.
He's still fucking alive, possibly.
That is
He's still
true.
He's still clapping frog cheeks.
He's probably out there right now.
Can't wait to go to that side of Terra. I just died to a fucking rabbit.
Right now, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Right? No. Yes, right now. Silkwood campaign's happening. No, Silkwood's
Yep.
next year. Perseus is not around yet. That's next year. Next year, Perseus will be out there. There'll be a rabbit mountain toads. Lots of them.
As God intended.
As a dog sleeps on a bed of snakes. Um,
So does the rabbit.
yes.
Perseus was a rabbit.
Well, there were 2 rabbits.
Yeah.
2 rabbits, a honey badger, a dog, and a cat.
You know, they
It
say
all-
about honey badgers.
It all made sense if you think about it, considering.
Somebody pick a dice size between
69.
4 and 12.
8.
8.
8 it is. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves for a bit while I
Fucking
reconcile
die,
this
bros.
thing right now. Hmm, that's a good one. Need 2 more outcomes. Everyone die. That's not a good outcome.
Based?
That sounds like a nice
Like
outcome.
1,000 years trying to get the fucking campaign to start, and everyone blows up.
And then everyone dies.
Whose fault was it? We may never know.
It was your fault, of course.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah. You killed a man that was surrendering.
When did that happen?
I wonder.
That was an entirely different game. Need 1 more.
Oh,
D10.
No, we're on a D8. Shut up.
no, that
D9.
wasn't my fault.
Circle 9.
Somebody give me a random letter.
C.
Z.
G.
Alright, in between C and Z, so X.
No. Alright, this is America. Say Z. We'll use Z here.
Hmm. Does that really work? I'm not sure how that would manifest.
Check your keyboard. X is in between.
Not that mean.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. All right. It is next day. Y'all had a long rest unless somebody wants to do any vigorous activity, which will bump it down to a short rest for your sleep. I believe, I don't remember which book says it, but anything that is more than simply riding a horse will make your long rest a short rest. Or actually, no rest. Regardless, everyone give me a d20.
At this rate, I might roll a 1.
Same.
Oh, bro, wait, we have that fucking awesome thing that you enabled.
Yes, you can see your roll statistics.
That's in Journal?
No, it's over on the token drop-down menu. Beneath the ruler, you'll see a d20 dice.
Based.
Based.
God, this is such a cool feature.
Rowan. You hear a commotion outside. Sounds like a bunch of horses.
Horsing around.
And at first it's quiet. But then you hear the I want to say stampede. You hear all the hoofbeats start out quiet, a whinny or a neigh or two, and then they get louder and louder, and it sounds like there's a whole bunch of horses rolling into the manor square.
Okay.
Then there's some shouting in a language you don't not recognize.
Oh no.
I peek my head out the door.
You peek out the door, and you will see. Looks like eight white vine elves, top horses. All these horses with a white coat. The elves upon them are adorned in what looks like gray robes with black sashes and weapons. The elf that they are led by stands out among them as they have a fancy headdress and a circlet. All of them are standing there in formation, somewhat spread out. And the elf leader is dismounting from their horse, and they are pulling out a scroll.
I pull Isolte to me, and I have her peek out the door as well, asking if she knows who these are.
Do I?
Hmm. Give me a D100. Yeah. So it's very obvious to you immediately that the colors and the garb that they are wearing is that they are they're sort of like a police faction of the White Vine. It is their job to do law enforcement outside of Jinkai. Usually they're chasing criminals, fugitives, they're investigating, they're checking all the steads and towns for contraband, stuff like that. You will recognize their leader. Shit, what was her name? Zara K. She is one of the lieutenants of the White Vine police force, and she is known to be brutal and ruthless. They usually send her on jobs that involve having to kill lots of people without questions. She pulls out a scroll and begins reading from it. While Rowan will understand anything that is being said, Isolta, you hear her barking orders to the owner of this stead and demanding that they exit the building and comply with White Vine law. And they do so in a whole lot of words. It's sort of White Vine custom to be very long-winded about these kinds of orders. It's usually a way to flaunt the authority and or education of the person who is greeting themselves or introducing themselves to the would-be person. The person that is being addressed. It takes some time, but eventually, Lael will step out onto the porch of her building. And as usual, she has a smoke and her bottomless alcohol bottle. As she is very disheveled at this point in time, as the sun is just barely rising over the horizon. Zara shouts out to Lael the rest of the commands of the scroll. It's a long-winded speech about White Vine honor and civilization, yada 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 yada. It's very long and long-winded, and you've probably heard it before because you've seen some police activity in Jinkai once or twice. A very rare occasion, but it's just it's a good like 5 minutes of standing around and just listening to someone be full of themselves. Lael eventually hears this, and she steps forward, and she steps up to Zara, and the two of them stare at each other. No words are said. Zara is I wouldn't say a standard White Vine elf. She seems a little bit larger than average. She definitely dwarfs Lael, who is 4'6", and Zara, you'd probably guess, is about maybe on the 5'10", 5'11" area.
Wait, this is an elf?
Yes.
Holy shit, she's a fucking giant.
Mm-hmm. Well, White Vines are taller than most elves. Most Western elves are short. White Vine elves are average human height. So, realistically, still, you're kind of in a sea of giants. Although, most of the elves on this farm are closer to your height. And in turn, Lael's height. The two exchange words. Yes, Merla. The two exchange words. They do so with a very flat affect in their faces. Flat affect, neutral expression, but it's hard to tell what they're talking about. Unless either of you wish to get closer, which could be difficult if you want to stay unnoticed.
I get my squirrel.
All right. You get your squirrel. Your squirrel can get close enough. I believe you can hear through your familiar. Is that a possibility, Morgan?
Yeah, you can basically have all its senses.
All of its senses. All right. Your squirrel gets close enough to listen in, Rowan. But what you hear is one person talking in a language you don't understand to another person talking back in Elven. Lael
Fuck it.
would be
I
that
should have
one.
taken I should have taken Elven class.
You don't have Elven as a language?
No.
Aren't you an elf?
It's fine, actually. I think it's funnier that way.
Good lord, there's no way.
References to how stupid that makes him. Elves know Elven by default, and he still doesn't know it.
I mean, to be fair, he's an elf that grew up in Kalulu's.
The guy's brain scrambled like 30 times.
Yeah, Kalulu's elf breeding program. So, Rowan, you hear what sounds like, I would guess, Mongolian being, or more Chinese Mongolian, shouted at someone who was responding back in what sounds like Finnish.
Well, fuck it. I'll bring my squirrel back. I don't care.
Attaboy.
Eventually, the elf known as Zara is getting louder and angrier with everything that she says, while Lael seems to be basking in this anger and making crude and lewd gestures towards her. The one of the elves steps forward and puts his hand on his sword. Zara extends her arm out to stop him, and while she does that, Lael does another very crude gesture towards her. She screams one last time. This time you could hear very clearly. Isolta, you understand what Zara is saying, and she's telling Lael that she'll be back. She mounts her horse. The other elf that dismounted to threaten Lael mounts his horse, and all 8 of them ride off into the sunrise. Lael laughs for a bit, and then takes a drink of her bottomless alcohol bottle.
I opened the door. So what's up? What was that about?
Oh, the security forces wanna do an investigation here on my ranch. But I chose this place for a reason. Is to keep those people out of my business. They this might be White Vine territory. This entire region of White Vine territory falls under the jurisdiction of the Greythorns. So police can't really do much here without Greythorn intervention. Lucky for you. Well, lucky for her, as she points to Isolta. But that's not gonna keep him gone for too long. With all the things that I've been saying to her and knowing her quite well, she's gonna be back and she's gonna do exactly what I told her.
Which is what? Exactly.
To go and find 4 of the biggest, baddest Greythorns she could find, and then have them find 4 more each.
Based.
Well, you got like
Red pill.
maybe 3 days before she returns. Maybe 4. Greythorns like to be a bit in the bureaucracy and red tape. Did that egg hatch yet? Is
Almost.
the kitten's
Probably
death warrant
12,
signed?
24 hours.
Oh, well. Well, whatever you do. Fuck it, I don't even know. She takes a swig of her alcohol bottle. Of her bottomless alcohol bottle. Just, you got like 3 days. I'm fine,
What?
no matter what happens. It's you guys and the kitten over there that's gonna have a problem.
We should be long gone by then.
Well, for
We
your
could probably
sake.
leave right now. Where to?
If that's what you want to do.
What do you mean leave right now?
Hey, I heard this thing about the Freeland dwarves. How are they?
Freeland, what?
Freeland dwarves.
Uh, why do you want to know about those things? They're probably
Yes,
some of the
Peter.
weirdest people I've ever met in my life. They're
Weirdest?
how do you say this?
Weird compared to Rowan, or weird and for normal people?
That's actually a great question.
I don't think anything measures up to this guy in any capacity. But they're very weird if you know dwarves, and I know dwarves.
Oh, they're racist.
Well,
No, I'd say
that's
that's pretty
normal for a
standard.
dwarf. They just imagine your standard mountain dwarf, high on his order and his hatred for elves, and then throw a bunch of drugs into the mix. They're I also hear they like to partake in cannibalism. I'm not too sure how true that is, but the barbarians of the Freelands like to say so. So the barbarians aren't known for lying, just being jackasses.
Any warlocks among them?
Warlocks.
Magic users.
They're barbarians. What are they gonna do?
You
Cast,
never know.
go up to someone and just punch them and say it's magic?
Now look, Miss Fancy Pants Ranger. I don't ask you about nature and whatever the fuck happens out here.
God, what a wild bunch you
Cannibalism,
are.
People
cannibalism,
farm. That's what they do
brutality,
out here.
that kind of stuff kind of goes hand in hand with the tools of the trade.
As far
So,
as Freeland barbarians go, like Greythorns, are not too fond of magic unless it's natural. For the dwarves of the Freelands, those weirdos, who knows? Dwarves themselves hate magic, and they vow to erase magic off the face of this planet. Off the face of this rock. What did she even call this place? Off the face of Terra. But, who knows? They're very dwarven in how they hate people, but they're also very undwarven in how they go about making things easier for them to hate people.
so if we were to run away to a place that we can actually get away from the Jinke and Whitebine elves,
No, no,
come on, we can hide among the
no,
madmen.
I'd
Ab-
rather take my chances with
absolutely
the
not.
Jin K.
You want to hide from a pack of tigers by sitting amongst a pile of bears? You know what? You do you.
Well, look, a million bears can defeat one sun.
Is that so? And
What?
where did you learn that, Mr. Rowan?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you mean 2 billion lions can defeat a sun.
And then it's an assault that's
Don't indulge him, please.
You
what
are
I'm
a
saying is
very special boy.
I'm saying is there's organized lines, but if we hide between the unorganized bears, so it's probably gonna be better for us.
In what way?
You know
Oh,
what?
I
You
have a
know what?
way.
I agree. I agree, Mr. Rowan. And let's cover ourselves in honey when we jump into the bears too. How about that?
I don't think dwarves are too keen on spices. They might like that idea. Well, as I've said before, you're free to stay here for as long as you need. Because no matter what happens, I'm walking out of this with my life. Like I said, it's you three and the kitten over there that has to worry about what's gonna happen. If you need me, you know where to find me. And whenever that thing decides to pop out of whatever it is, I want to know. All this waiting's got me a little bit curious. Till then, I'll be inside.
Oh, you know what? We'll get you front row seats. It's gonna be happening. I'll call you in right before it happens.
I'll be waiting. She takes a swig of her drink and starts walking inside.
I gotta say, you have been saying it's gonna happen soon for like a week now.
Right around the corner, bros.
Two more weeks.
Yep, flatten the curve.
It's gonna Rude Coin is gonna it's gonna go into the bull run 2 more weeks.
Like the Game of Thrones episode of South Park when they meet what's his name? GRM. Don't worry, the pizzas are coming, guys. There'll be dragons.
Why hasn't there been a character using that kind of voice?
We may never know.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna go check on the cocoon.
I'm gonna go with Rowan.
you check on the cocoon. The cocoon hasn't grown any. As a matter of fact, it looks like it's shrunk down just a little bit, but mostly because it looks like the surface has solidified and it is no longer pulsating or writhing. It looks more like it's breathing ever so slightly.
Okay, I'm gonna do a
Do a
So would this be a investigation check or a history check or
depends on what you want to do. What are you doing?
um from my experiences with this, how much more do we got?
Another week.
Go ahead and do a history at advantage. So,
So that's +2.
+4.
Wow. Dice is just not giving me
You-
the rolls that I need.
Yeah, you guys had some really bad rolls today. Actually, you had one really good roll today, but everything else was really bad. You, as try as you might, you can't really put your finger on it. Maybe you're just too damn excited that whatever's going to happen is about to happen. And soon. You know, it's just right around the corner. It's almost here. It's almost here, guys. Soon TM.
Soon.
Just like Carcraft.
So about that dwarf and those freeland dwarves. So
There's absolutely no reason to go there. Currently.
Hopefully
None.
never.
Zilch.
no, there's a very very good thing to go there.
There ain't no gold. There ain't no magic users, no warlocks. It's further west.
Guys,
Ain't
we
nothing
gotta
good
go.
there.
We gotta go talk to the racist drug addict cannibals. Come
mu-
on.
they must have some really good drugs.
We gotta go talk to the what are they called? The jackals, guys.
We're gonna go
I don't
talk to
get it.
Caesar's Legion.
Gotta go
We
down to
we gotta
Nipton
we
talk to the jackals.
Never mind, I get it now.
Yep.
Come on, Raph. We gotta find out about their fentanyl.
The Fent Presents, man. Gotta go get the Fent Presents.
What do you?
Look at this way, Rowan. Regardless of where we go, I kind of need to go to Carverstead first.
Wait, what's in Carver's then?
I'm
Stuff
sure there's
that
some
I-
fentanyl there. I'm sure there's some just banger drugs over there that you will greatly enjoy. And either way,
I mean,
Carverstead sounds a hell of a lot better than
that's
the
where they
Freelands.
work with Ebenwood. Maybe they have a drink related to Ebenwood.
I can speak fluent Dwarven, you know?
You're an elf that can't speak Elvish, but you can speak fluent Dwarven.
Yes.
A man of
You
many mysteries.
Listen to yourself.
You guys don't believe me?
I don't, and I'm not entirely, again, too keen on learning if you really can.
Fine. We'll go to Carverstead instead.
You know what? I'll even give you. You know what? What's your favorite alcohol? What's it taste like?
What are you trying to do here, Sylph?
Just answer the question.
Yes.
You're beyond hopeless. I was gonna say, hey, let's, we'll go there, and then I'll buy you alcohol myself, and you just, yes.
Yes.
Now, Mrs. Zolta, what exactly do you plan on doing after this?
Well, I'm actually waiting for someone in here. I'm not leaving.
What do you mean, in Laelstead?
Yeah.
You tend to wait here till those, I guess, lawmen come knocking down the door?
I can hide when they come.
And what if they investigate? How exactly are you gonna hide if they look everywhere?
By hiding outside. Do you know what outside means? Like, leave the stead?
I see.
Well, I figured to you outside might mean outside of the barn because that's where you've been.
Bobby, what's the moon like tonight?
The moon tonight? The loon is full.
God damn it. Okay.
The loon will be full for another quite some time.
Isn't it a month until it's new?
The loon is on a 2-month cycle.
Yeah, so 1 month and then another month.
When did almanacs become a thing? Anybody know?
They were around since sometime before the 1700s, I think.
I don't think.
Depends where.
I don't think. Would a medieval society have an almanac?
They would.
They would know.
I think the earliest almanac is sometime in the 1500s.
Give me
Ireland.
the
1267.
Really? Is that even further
1267?
back?
Ah, okay.
Yeah, there's a few
I'll give
very
it to
old
you.
ones.
If roll a d100.
Oh, actually, They're even from 2000 BC.
Yeah, the Mayans had almanacs.
With A in the Sears Almanac.
That's interesting. Give me a D100 Isolta if you roll under
Oh wait,
60. All right, you have an almanac. I guess it's kind of important for you, huh?
yeah.
You would know that Le Lune will be new on the 1st of April.
And today is
Today is the 9th of March.
10. Okay.
On April, the Lune will be full, and Mara will be. No, the Lune will be new, and Mara will be full.
Okay.
Why is my calendar kind of squished? Here we go. What's your perception? What are your
Mine?
guys' perception scores?
With or without ears, or just want raw.
Raw.
My perception is actually very low. It's with proficiency or without proficiency.
Are you proficient?
Are you
I
proficient?
am proficient. Yes.
Yes,
So
then
it'd be like 7.
Mine's
9.
11.
Jesus Christ, Rowan. What's your still?
12.
12. Still. And Rowan. Give me perception checks.
With or without ears?
With.
Ears is what, like +4?
+2. Wow.
Damn.
What's up, Twinsy?
Cheating?
As you guys are having this conversation about whatever it is you guys are talking about, both you elves, notice the rhythmic pattern of paws hitting the ground, and it's approaching real quick. As you notice this, maybe one of you looks around, maybe the other one just eyes off on the horizon, but you'll see a black wolf running full speed straight towards Isolta.
Okay.
And I'm
Hey, it's
asking
the wolf
the
from
two of you to
the other
make
day.
an initiative check.
Okay, so it's gonna be Dex mod, right?
Yes.
Dex capped by wisdom. So +2 for you.
So +2 for me, yeah.
At least until you get Jack of all trades.
What was those rolls? Jeez. Pull out a big one for the check and then pull out nothing for the wolf running full speed, closing a distance of about 80 feet, leaps into the air at Isolta, and midair, this near pitch black beast takes the shape of a man.
Does it look like one of those fuckers?
It looks like the guy that burst into flames back on that random farm. As he is... At the end of this turn, he's still... I guess he's still kind of in midair. But he's landing on the ground. You see him. He has that full black ninja garb. His face completely covered. And he has 2 claw weapons. And I guess now's the time to pull out this one. It is now who went? It's now Sill's turn.
Where exactly is he landing relative?
He is within 30 feet of Isolta.
Yeah, but you said he's in the air, jumping at her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
so relative in the air.
What do you mean? It's not like a
You
massive
know,
leap. He's on his way down from a transforming jump. He will land within 30 feet of Isolta.
let's just go for a longbow attack on him in the air. Just try to fuck with his momentum.
Okay. That will hit.
Hey, a 1.
You fire your arrow at this,
Loose. It's loose, your arrow.
you shoot your arrow at this, this black clothed man. It hits him in midair. Who's next? Rowan.
Yep.
What do you do in this split-second decision?
I bonus action magic stone. 3
Mhm.
pebbles in my pocket,
Mm-hmm.
and then I vicious mockery him.
Okay. Vicious Mockery is a saving throw.
Yep. Wisdom.
What's your DC?
DC is wait, what would my DC be?
8 plus your Charisma mod.
8. Wait, what is it?
8 plus Charisma mod.
Should be
It's gonna be
14.
14.
8 plus. It's gonna be 13 though, because it's I have a 5 charisma mod.
Yeah, but you also add your level.
Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah.
On the first thing of your sheet, it should say under magic. I should have your DC there.
Oh okay, yeah. I think I see it here. Vicious mockery DC 14. Yep.
Powerful. He fails. Go ahead and roll your damage. And how do you
And
mock
what
him?
insult?
I'm sorry, but the stream is on.
What a weird insult.
What do you mean by this one, Rose?
I'll take it. Okay. At this point, Raph and Isolta, you'll notice your allies doing combat stuff, and you'll turn around to see you'll see a man dressed in all black with 2 claw weapons on his hands. You may now roll yourself into initiative, unless you want to just stand there and do nothing. It's up to you. Are you rolling to me in secret?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, he is. I haven't seen a single roll he's made.
Okay, I like it. Raph, it is your turn. This shadowy figure has landed on the ground. He is within 30 feet of Isolta, probably closer to 20. He's looking directly at her. He has an arrow in his shoulder. What do you do?
I'm gonna cast Insinuation.
What is that?
It's concentration.
Even I'm having to look this up.
You unleash a torrent of conflicting desires in the mind of one creature you can see within range, impairing its ability to make decisions. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, be incapacitated. At the end of each of its turns, it takes 1d12 psychic damage.
Damn, this assassin is gonna get mind fucked.
It's just absolutely mind blasted. Last assassin was like, we're gonna beat his ass. This assassin, it's like, we're gonna fake.
What's your spell save DC?
Let me check.
8 plus your level plus your charisma mod.
I had it written. Let me check.
It should be on the first page of your sheet.
Damn, this guy's already messed up. He's already already failed the vicious mockery.
Yeah, there is a -4 in his roll right now. That's why I'm asking.
Should be 10. 10 total, I believe.
Really? I have to open
Yeah.
I have to open your guys' sheets myself. Jesus.
It's base 8, and then I have a bonus of 2.
So it should be 11.
And plus your level, so 11.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he passes. Despite the disadvantage, he passes.
I have cancer.
Already in
Sorry
Dota
to hear
mode.
that.
Does anything happen with your spell if he passes?
No.
Okay.
He has to just make a wisdom saving throw. Let's see. Yeah, it's just if he fucking passes the wisdom saving throw, then he's good.
All right. He lands. He looks directly at Isilta. He runs straight towards her. And he thrusts both. No, he does like that Superman punch sort of leap at Isilta with his claws.
The
First
fact
claw.
that I know exactly what that looks at hurts.
I was thinking more Wolverine, but
Does a. Well, I mean, he does that too. Does a 17
is
hit
Sky
Isilta?
midget?
Yes.
Okay. Take 7 points of damage as one of his claws
damn!
sinks into you. His other claw will only be a 15. Was that hit?
Yes.
Okay. You take another 4 points of damage.
Okay.
It is now Sill's turn.
Where is he distance-wise now?
Probably within 10 feet of you because he's now right up next to
I just
Silta.
need to know if he was within reach or not. You're never gonna guess this, but you know what? Let's do the fun thing. I'm actually trying to think of how this would work for the damage real quick. You know, I'm not gonna think arrow.
Okay.
it's true.
It's a good thing I didn't think.
That will miss. As an arrow
Right,
whizzes
it's,
off into the distance. not
There's no
coming anywhere near
penalty on
him.
the offhand. No penalty on a 2-weapon fighting offhand attack. Just no.
No damage from attributes.
Yeah. and end my turn because I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay. I believe next is Isolta.
Right, I will take my ribbon knife and I will stab this guy.
Okay. Roll to hit. That will hit.
He takes 10 damage.
Wait, how do you have that? What's that plus?
It's +4 from my strength and I think proficiency. No, it's only strength. And then +2 from dueling.
Oh, dueling. Sick. All right. You stab him. You sink your ribbon knife into him. And it looks like you got him pretty good as he starts to bleed profusely. Who's next? What's your name? Rowan. Is your unless Silwyn unless Sulta's done. You're not saying anything anymore, so I assume you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Rowan, you see Isolta and the ninja, both of them, weapons inside of each other, bleeding profusely.
Damn.
What do you
I
do?
am gonna throw one of my magic stones.
All right, roll to hit. That will not hit.
Damn.
Don't worry, you can only throw 2 more.
Is that your turn?
I know. Yeah.
All right.
You do have it is attack
Oh, is
rate
it?
though.
Is it like so it's a light, right? I can do another throw, right? Or is
Yeah,
it just
and then you also
action?
have your offhand, so you can throw all 3 per turn
I guess
if
that
you
is
have them.
technically true. You can throw again
Really?
because
So I can't.
pebbles. These pebbles, I assume they're pebble shaped, pebble size. They
Yeah.
are technically light, and they're light and thrown, which means they attack 2 times a turn without proficient or without specialty. And then you have
Oh,
an
okay.
offhand, and you can use your offhand.
So technically, I can throw all 3 when I use magic stone.
Well,
Yeah.
not when you use it the turn after. You can throw all 3.
Yeah, because you need
Oh,
your
okay.
bonus action to do an offhand attack.
Oh, okay. Well, I did my my magic stone last turn, and then I did vicious mockery. So I would have my bonus action this turn.
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay.
So you can
So
do
I
your second
throw
attack.
another.
Mhm.
Yeah, do another throw.
Go ahead, roll the hit.
I think the funny thing is there is without even knowing, he actually did the rules for casting more than 1 spell per turn correctly.
That will hit.
Okay.
Your magically imbibed pebble fly into this this shadowy man, and he will reel backwards as it hits him. He's still standing though.
Okay. I use my offhand to throw it. Throw the last pebble I have.
Go for it. That will hit. That is an 18. clears by 5, you will crit.
So how much is a crit?
Twice the dice. So 2d6 then. I'm not sure if your charisma bonus applies to this one.
It's part of the spell
It is
effect,
magical.
which is
Yeah,
the
it is
fucked
magical,
up
so it does.
part.
Wow. He didn't nerf you off.
He could
the bat.
hand them. He could hand those to someone else, and it would still do the exact same damage.
This pebble hits him, and in an instant, as it bounces off of his pure black coat, which is now being saturated by blood from where the ribbon knife has entered his chest, he crumples to the ground, his claws exiting the body of Isilta. He is dead.
So what you're telling me is that I'm actually a fucking railgun.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the joke I've been making about it.
You are Misaki. Misaki? I don't remember the names of those characters.
Beery Beery.
Misaka.
Misaka.
Misaka. There we go.
Misaki is the the
Blonde
one with the big tits and the remote control.
Yeah, I like that one.
Mikasa Mikoto and Misaki
Mikas.
Shokuho.
No, it's Misaka. Mikasa
Yeah,
is
it's
from
Misaka.
Attack on
Misaka
Titan.
Makoto. Yeah. Where's the proper song for this one?
You're looking for
Outpost 31.
Only My Railgun is the one you're looking for.
No. The only good part of that song is like the first 5 seconds. Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna drop that.
Isolta keels over as
Is Isolta like on her saving death throws?
Almost? Is your HP on your token correct right now?
Yes.
Isolta falls backwards. She's conscious, but she looks like she's been through the ringer.
I am gonna run over to Isolta and cast Spare the Dice. Wow, this spell is actually useful.
I'm gonna run over to Salt as well to make sure Rowan doesn't bust out any vials or anything fucking weird.
Look, another dead body.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Piece of research.
That one ain't quite dead just yet.
Do not touch the ninja.
You see
I,
this in character?
Yes.
I check around. I check to see if any of Lael's elves are around to witness this.
Yes, there are a few elves around. They are all. Some of them are cowering behind buildings. One of them.
Yeah,
is,
I tell him to bring Lael over.
One of them nods his head and runs inside.
He's gonna want to see this.
Yeah. There is a dead ninja in the middle of this square.
The Foot Clan.
The elf returns with Lael. Lael walks up. Wow.
Mission accomplished. We got him.
Yeah, but she gently taps at Isolta with her foot. Hey, you alive, kitten?
Yeah, she should be stable.
Welcome to death's door, kid. Happens to the best of us. But so what's his business?
Don't know yet.
I think his business is being dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, are you just gonna leave him there? Because I don't
Same
see the
kind of guy
signs
that
as dead ninja storage around here.
I'm squatting over. I want to loot the body. I look at Lil first before I kind of try and touch the body.
She's watching intentfully as she takes a small sip from her bottle.
I'm gonna ask Lil. To,
I try and go and give her the hint that I want to loot the body.
ma'am, could you take care of Miss Zolta here while I go and stop whatever my associate might be trying to do?
I
Yeah,
quickly try and loot the body now.
sure.
I'm gonna as quickly as possible intercept Rowan.
I am digging through his pockets.
Does he even have pockets?
I'm gonna pick Rowan up by the scruff of his neck, like you would a small animal.
Do you try to fight back this attempt to be picked up like a small animal, Rowan?
No, I'm trying to. I am gonna see if I can grab anything from their pockets right before getting picked up.
You pick up this squirrely menace. Rowan, give me a luck check, and we'll see what you're rolling after that one. Yeah, give me a investigation at +4. There really should be a search skill, like in Delta Green. Yeah, you.
I think it would combine too many skills into one.
True.
Technically, investigation is, physical search.
That is true.
I need to play Delta Green again.
He has. What do you reach into? So you see this body, and he has like the classic sort of ninja wraps, but he looks a little bit more
I'm
like.
I'm trying to get into his breast pocket.
Okay.
Hey, Rowan, can you get me the arrow? I'd like it back.
I am currently being held by Raph right here.
Hold on. Let me do a quick search and see if this image is what I'm thinking of when I think of this ninja.
Looks like Noob from Mortal Kombat.
No, it's not. It's close, but it's
Rowan
not
misses the breast pocket instead going into the underwear.
Sir?
You reach into the sash, the robe, the gi, wherever this pocket would be. You grab.
Only if their ninjas look like this.
Yes, but male.
Yes.
Do I click? Senrans. Senrans and some Neptune shitters. You grab 2 coins, a envelope,
I quickly pocket the coins.
and a kunai.
Perfect.
Does it have a chain?
No chain.
Now with chain. I'm gonna try and grab the letter from Rowan.
I try and squirrely not give the thing. I want to open it.
Boy, give me the fucking letter. I swear to God, you remind me of the fucking dog we had back at the homestead, and that thing was 10 times more useful than you.
I have already opened it.
You
with
can't
a
even
knife.
read the letter. Give me the fucking letter.
I have opened it.
What does it say, Rowan? Read it to me. Read the first line, and I will put you down.
I'm trying to read the first line.
Do you have the literacy proficiency, Rowan?
No.
You're the only one who has no excuse to have literacy by default.
Probably I do have it by default.
You read the language it's written in. It's the main thing here, Mr. The elf that speaks only Dwarvish but don't speak a lick of Elvish.
Well, that is
You know what?
that there are questions I have to ask, Rowan. Do you have the literacy proficiency?
You know what? I give it to Raph. I just give it to Raph.
Raph,
I'm not even gonna answer it.
he hands you the letter.
Is it written in Kideni or is it written in Common?
It is written in Kideni.
Well, fuck, I can't read this piece of shit either.
Yeah, what's your literacy proficiency, huh, Raph?
Boy, it was a question about languages. It wasn't a question about literacy. All right, I know you're dumb, but I assume you can your basic ABCs, as it were.
The letter, I guess I should have probably, no.
I wave it at Lyle.
You just read the letter in Japanese, Poppy. We can't understand anyways.
I mean, technically that's not true.
To read your death haiku.
Well, I mean, I could read
It's
it in one of
recite your death
7
haiku.
languages. Because Kideni is 7 different languages.
Domo.
It says Omae wa mo shinderu.
Might as well.
As I die.
It's what's it called? It's his death haiku.
I guess that wouldn't matter, because I forget which, I think the claw is supposed to have a bleed effect on it. But
Yeah, I'm bleeding over here.
well, I mean an actual bleed effect that you're supposed to take 1d2 damage around, but you had Spare the Dying cast on you, so even if you did bleed out, you would be fine anyway.
Nice.
Yo, Spare the Dying overpowered. Let's ban that cantrip.
Let's ban you instead.
I'm truing right now.
While this is happening, Lael shouts out at an elf to go grab the apothecary. And the apothecary arrives with a tray full of stuff as they start tending to you, Isolde. But Raph, you hold in your hand a letter. A letter that was probably, it's quite fancy. It looks like it's a single piece of paper that was folded into an envelope. And as it was undone by Rowan, somehow not tearing it to shreds, it's the letter is written on the inside of the paper. The inside of the paper is being white, the outside of the paper being a dark purple color with a couple of red triangles painted onto it. It is one single piece of paper. There is no actual envelope. It was sort of origamied into this shape. And it is in fact written in Kideni. It is a bunch of symbols that you do not understand.
Alrighty.
You are an educated person though, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a history proficiency, or are you proficient in history at all?
Let me check. I remember I took something like that. I am actually proficient in history, yes.
I will give you an intelligence check to decipher the dialect of Kideni, even though you don't understand the actual language. Many of us in the world are capable of understanding written alphabets, at least knowing which culture it comes from.
Damn.
These look like they're from Medjir, which is
It's Korean.
Chinese.
Same thing.
Whoa.
The fucking King
Mongol and
Dynasty.
Ryu are not the same. So you know at the very least that this letter is written in Medjir, or at least by someone who speaks the Medjir dialect of Kideni language.
Alright, I'm gonna check the rest of his pockets and examine the body.
Mm-hmm. You check the rest of his pockets, mostly just weapons of some kind. Little sharp pointy things to throw. You find some caltrops. You find a pouch, small burlap pouch that has dried meat in it.
Hey, give me that.
I'll toss the bag of jerky to fucking Rowan.
While you're doing this, give me an intelligence check. The searching, not the tossing. This body is way too cold for someone who died just now.
I'm gonna, after I finish checking his clothes, I'm gonna remove the robes he was wearing.
As you undo his robes, you'll find that his body does look like it's been dead for a little while. Like long enough for him to be cold to the touch. Like ice cold to the touch. Which seems wrong. Very wrong.
So first, we have an assassin that lights himself on fire, and now we have a corpse. Tries
Not
to kill
only
us.
a corpse, a shape-shifting corpse.
I checked for some markings on him.
Give me investigation or perception. Either of those will be fine.
Start going off. Yeah, it might be. They have a mark on them somewhere.
And you would find that mark somewhere near the, not the base of his spine, but maybe like 2-3 inches up above tramp stamp location. You'll find that there is a series of small dots, sort of painted into an X shape.
Up here,
Right.
very good.
I write it down in my. I draw it in my notebook that this is the brand that this ninja had.
You know what's actually hilarious? He can't read, but he can write.
Well, I can't read whatever Kideni shit that you guys had. Well, yeah, I would have literacy.
It says literacy Kalulu. I'm not sure what that was supposed to mean.
Probably from.
He can only
from
understand Kalulu writing.
I guess you are literate. I just don't know what the Kalulu part means. I'm not sure if that was supposed to
Oh,
mean
I
something.
think that's what me and Morgan were talking. It's like, since you're like a Kalulu elf, don't you already have learning about like literature and reading and writing and shit?
Not necessarily.
Oh, I was more like context for why he would have it.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily, but I'll allow it because it's been done already. You know, that's questions for the GM. Now, if you had literacy and swimming, that'd be a problem. What were we doing? Yeah, so you find that little. It's a series of dots. It's like 2 rows of dots, forming an X, somewhere near the base of his spine.
Is there anything else?
As far as items on him, no. if there's anything else you wish to be looking for.
No, just like markings or anything on the body.
No, that's it. Those are the only markings aside from the holes that have been placed in him. And maybe like 2 bruises. 2 magical bruises.
Where are the bruises of the eyes?
Actually, there are no bruises.
Oh,
Where you would expect to be the impact site of those magical pebbles, there's only a slight discoloration. Doesn't look like he bruised that much at all.
is he actually dead?
Is Raph saying this out loud?
Yes.
So we'll just pull out a dagger and stab him in the forehead. Well, probably is now.
Fair enough.
So, as you do that, when your dagger pierces his skull, instead of what should be a splurt of blood and maybe some signs of mushy brain matter, you see a little white mist. Then you notice that at the impact site, it looks like ice has formed where the hole should be.
Well, you're the magic man. Explain that.
I ain't never seen no magic like this. It was more like some kind of vampirism.
As a matter of fact, he's gotten even bluer than he was before. Even colder.
So if the first one burned, does that mean this one's turning into ice? What's next? The next one gets struck by lightning? Do we have to prepare for more assassins that wield elemental death?
This one didn't exactly wield elemental death.
So we'll just wave the dagger around. Do you not see this? He's turning bluer and bluer. And ice.
And he used dagger, those claws, same as any other kind of assassin would use claws.
Cool. As Lil takes a sip of her drink.
I'm gonna look up at Lael and ask her, I don't suppose any of y'all can read Meiji Kideni.
Kideni? Probably not.
Specific dialect.
It'd be hard to find any elves who know that language unless they're studying it purposefully for whatever reason. You might find someone in Jinkei or Lakeshore. A White Vine might know it. Know the enemy, that whole kind of thing.
I know someone that can read it, and it's just across the border. In the Barwood right now. It's a monk.
Oh no. I'll save the letter for later.
Actually, technically, I think there'd be 2 people out there who could read it, because I'm pretty sure Velulu can read Kideni. Because Valsem is Kideni. But if you want someone to translate that for you, you probably had to go to Jinkei or Lakeshore. And you'll be looking for White Vines, and at this point, White Vines might be looking for you.
I don't think we're gonna go to either one of those.
I don't think so either. We'll take our chances at fuck.
I mean, the Rose can cast magic, can't they? Maybe one of them can do some magic stuff.
Well, if that letter is what I think it is, I don't think that's gonna be working.
And what do you think it is?
That there's a missive. It's one of them It's one of them magical Kideni orders that their high monks like to write. And also the elemental warlords. But they probably shouldn't be writing one of those. That there letter, you try to cast magic on it's gonna explode. You try to cast magic on yourself and use it, you're gonna go blind. Seen it myself once or twice. Back in the war, there were some Kideni spies running around.
You know, it just occurred to me. What if the assassins weren't trying to kill Rue? What if they were trying to kill Isolta?
Why would some Kideni want to be running after this kitten here? I don't think she's done nothing yet. I don't think she has a name. Oh yeah. Oh. Actually.
Why would the Kideni be wanting to kill you? I'll like say to a bleeding, like a dying Isolta.
Well, the first one nearly killed her retainer and it killed the person who ran off. So why did this one just come to directly attack Isolta instead of, assuming that Rue was dead like they, killed her?
Speaking of Rue, Rowan, go
Yeah.
check on the cocoon.
Okay, I check on the cocoon.
He checks on the cocoon.
He checks on the cocoon. The cocoon is where you left it.
It's still cocoon.
Well,
It has a
that's
bit of a
odd.
curve to it now. Like a Brazil nut.
What kind of nut are we speaking?
Brazil.
I don't know. You tell me, Mr. South American.
Castañas do Parga?
Oh, castaña, okay.
Yeah, there you go. No, there's a different word for him down there. I only know it because of an episode of House.
To be honest, that's kind of where I figured that they were trying to go with it.
You should you should go to Wikipedia and check Brazil nut. Go to common names and check the name in North America.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Common name. Chestnuts from
Say-
Brazil. Castanha do Brasil.
Don't
Say it out
read
loud.
them all. It's racist, Hyde.
What is it like?
Castaña do Brazil.
I was gonna say, is it like that Swedish candy? I'm like, oh yes, it is. Different body part, same concept. Yeah, it's still there. It has this new curvature to it. It still has that slow breathing motion. It's not yet open.
So they were. This assassin was for you. There's no doubt about it. It wasn't some kind of distraction to seal the deal on Huayru, or they might even not even know what happened to Huayru.
Why would they know what happened?
Lord knows what their man did to himself. What if they could find his corpse or the remnants of it and discern something from it.
It could have been for the both of you.
Both of who?
Yeah, for the Rue bitch and kitten here. One assassin meant to kill one assassin meant to kill the other.
No,
Why
it's
not?
obviously for Rowan though.
That's
And
true,
then
Rowan Doll.
and then I flex.
I agree with that. I'm changing my hypothesis.
Well, at least you are all special people.
That's me when Ravendel says that.
I'm absolutely special.
Isolta, while this is all happening, you have an elf here in some fancy red robes, covering the three claw holes on your chest with a mixture of green and pink poultices, eventually wrapping them with a bandage.
Wait, shouldn't it be 6?
Oh yeah, 6. You got hit twice. Covering all your new chest holes.
Rest in peace, breasts. No longer exist.
You never had any from the beginning.
100% flat chested now.
Well,
I am Shondo built.
it is a Shondo Discord. Well, that was interesting.
You could say with your with you going down your fallen shadow.
Oh, puns should be punishable. They're forced
My God,
disadvantage.
man.
But make sure she gets some rest. I'd rather not come out here to see you dead. And again, tell me when that thing happens. As she points to the barn.
Any day now. Right around the corner.
It will release with Corecraft
Soon.
soon TM. The Valve.
Right. Well,
The bull run is happening.
That's true.
despite all that,
Buy my shit coin.
get this ninja off my yard.
Whoa.
I will ask the apothecary if there's a way he can preserve that corpse.
Ooh, I don't know. I can try.
Alright.
Hey,
I'm done.
so I want to be a ninja. I'm taking his clothes.
Sure. You can take his clothes.
Now,
Do they even fit?
now,
They're
as much. Go on.
no,
Do
you
they
go.
even fit?
Rowan, how tall are you?
He's like 5'5".
That's average Kideni height. Yeah, probably. I mean, you don't have the musculature as your, a -4 in strength, but with a little tailoring here and there, it could be fitted quite easily. Maybe some extra wrapping, tightening here and there. And, you will be ninja.
Cool. I do my ninja pose. Ninja.
Now, did it occur to you that dressing up as a Kideni assassin might not be a great idea, especially in White Vine territory? Did that cross your mind, Mr. Rowendahl?
Yeah, but who's stopping me?
The White Vines that we're going to cross paths with in the next few days.
I stare blankly at Raph.
I thought so. I should have known. It truly is my fault for not knowing.
You should have known.
The after the apothecary finishes tending to Isolta's wounds, he'll go and gather a couple elves to help him drag the now naked ninja's body off. What are you guys doing?
You know what? I'm gonna do the usual. I'm gonna sleep off the wound.
I am gonna go look for some pebbles to replenish my pebble pouch.
Hopefully this time I sleep off the wound. The bridge doesn't explode.
So we need to wait for Isolta, I guess, to at least be able to move. Rue is probably, unfortunately, hatching today or early tomorrow. Or tonight. And then we should probably, I don't know, go somewhere. Maybe there's someone in, the Rose that can translate for us.
Perhaps.
Is Lael still with us?
Lael left to go inside.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go over there and ask for like leftovers or whatever the hell they have.
Time is it?
In real life or
In the game.
It's probably
Same
like
thing.
more. It's probably like morning still.
Yep, it is still like 8. They'll probably have something somewhere.
Okay, I bring it back to the carriage.
Okay.
And I will now just watch this carriage.
All right. You
Watch this cocoon.
carriage. After an hour after this event, it will start to rain. It's a steady rain, not too heavy, not too light. More than enough to get you soaked if you stay out too long. The barn, however, is nice and dry, built sturdily, protected from the elements. Somebody give me a D6.
Damn.
2.
Was just a D6 for just one person? Doesn't really matter who or
it's fine. Morgan already
everyone.
rolled it. Are you all here in the barn?
Yep.
Yep.
It's fucking raining.
I wanted to examine the letter, see if I could try and figure out how they enchanted it.
Give me that's an arcane check. That's gonna be yeah.
You
There is
could
no
also just
intelligence,
use it.
just arcane.
So it'd be Arcana, right?
Yeah, arcana.
You also do have detect magic.
I'm pretty sure if it detect magic, it just blows up, doesn't it?
No, it tells you if it's enchanted, well, if it has magic on it, and what the school is.
I don't really know what it is. I just want to know about the spell.
You're off by 1. You have no idea how this was treated in any way, shape, or form.
Yep, I'm gonna kill myself.
It's obviously
Try
magical.
in 8 hours.
I mean, if Rowan is there, I mean, you. Wait, does he have guidance?
No, I don't have guidance.
Wait, you know what you could do?
Why would
Silver
Rowan have
guards.
guidance? Where the fuck would Rowan have guidance?
Silver barbs, that's the answer.
I think
Why
if
would
Rowan
Who is he guiding?
If Rowan gave somebody guidance, I think they would also have to eat a vicious mockery at the same time, as his guidance would probably assault their senses in some way.
You don't have to speak Kino.
That'd be very funny. As he guides you, but you lose a little bit of your sanity. He guides you right off the cliff.
You get guidance, but then you get disadvantage on anything you do afterwards.
All right, I want one. Who should roll this? I think this roll should go to either
Hyman needs more
Isolta.
rolls.
Actually, you know what, Kaiman,
Oh,
I want you to roll me a D8.
what the fuck is that post there?
Which one?
All right. I mean,
Perfectly below average.
there were 3 that I would have preferred, but this one has potential. Okay. As you're all here in the barn, one of you practically fucking dead. The other one, thinking about, thinking about something they left over in Carverstead. The other being a menace to society. And the last one trying to figure out how this piece of paper is just so immune to being magically deceived. You hear what sounds like plastic tearing or a grinding on itself, and it's coming from the cart. That's when you'll notice that the cocoon, the chrysalis, is starting to shift a bit.
Perfect. I run out and I call Lale. It's happening. It's here.
The elf outside.
Well, don't
the
worry,
porch
Solta. Don't worry,
runs
Solta.
inside.
You nearly died, but now you can find out if you're actually going to really die.
The elf outside on the porch runs inside, and in a minute or two, Lale will be in the barn with the rest of you.
I set up first row seats for them.
She has with her, as usual, her bottomless moonshine bottle. As she sips on it and stares intently at what's about to happen. The cocoon, which managed to shape itself a wedge side up, is starting to tremble and shudder. And finally, a quick pop as this wedge shape now opens. Just like that. Out reaches a hand. And then another hand. And slowly, a head.
And then
pops
another
up.
head.
And then another. There's 5 Huiroos in here. He wasn't lying about how much
Perfect.
could be carried inside this thing. And you see the naked visage of Huiroo. Of what looks like Huiroo. However, she's now adorned with a couple of antennae sticking out of her forehead. Upon further inspection, rather, as she crawls out of the cocoon, hitting the ground, and tries to stumble to her feet, you'll notice that she has a large thorax appendage emitting out from her back. She has not 2 legs. Well, no, she doesn't have 2 legs anymore. Now she has what looks like 4 thin, small, black with a shiny exoskeleton. She has 2 arms, like normal, and an extra set that protrude from underneath her, like maybe like 4 inches beneath her shoulder, are 2 that look like insectoid arms. They are thin, they're long, they have claws, they are made of a black chitin.
Okay, I go grab some water and some food because she's gonna be hangry.
She has her hair like she used to, like normal, but you also see streaks of yellow and black going along her back down to that strange bug thorax appendage. She looks around.
Yeah.
So thorax is the chest. Abdomen is the
Is abdomen the
one.
back part?
Yeah.
Yeah. Abdomen.
She's basically a drider now.
Alright, I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna do the peace sign and I'm gonna peace out.
Hold on. Grab her I give her the food and the water.
She kind of looks at you in a daze, but as you hand her the food and water, she gives a slight smile and she eats voraciously. She stops for a second. Do you have anything sweeter?
Oh, good. Now it can speak our language. The worst outcome has
Wait,
truly
She always
happened.
good.
I
She just
wave at
didn't want
her.
to talk to you.
I wave at her. You've died once already. This is your new body. How do you feel?
She looks around. You. Isilta. Where am I? What has happened?
You've died.
I point at Rowendell. Yeah. This is
Probably would have been better if she stayed dead.
So I was like, I go, I do the motion, and I tell her, your head was practically hanging off your neck.
She wrings her head around. Seems fine. But,
Well, now you're.
countryman, do you have anything sweeter? As she actually drops the, if she drops the meat, if there was any, and she drops the water. And, she starts to sort of wring her wings, or at least spread the wings that she has. They're somewhat small compared to her frame.
Well, I look back. She's asking for something sweeter.
Where am I?
Leolstead.
Alright, before we continue, out of character, this is your time to roll for what's on your status, Kaiman.
It's not this character. Raphael isn't trying to fuck the monster girls. Me, Kaiman, I'm trying to fuck the monster girls.
Leolstead. What a pitiful place.
It's been pretty hospitable so far.
I'm gonna lay down again.
Young miss, would you say wine would be sweet enough?
Wine would be fine.
I will pour her a glass of that special wine.
The one that was gifted to you?
Yes.
She takes it. She doesn't seem to be impressed or anything. Just sort of drinks it. But she does ask for more.
Only a glass of that one. There might be other types that will suit you better. You don't need to be drinking quite that much.
I'm documenting what kind of transformation she had.
Yeah. I would say. I guess if you guys haven't figured out
Like-
yourselves, you got yourself like a bee drider. Kinda.
You got the fucking carpenter bee in here.
A bee? Like the bee movie?
You like
no.
jazz?
Oh no.
It was, like I said, it was. I made a little list, and it wasn't the most preferable, but it was interesting.
Okay, question out of character. Were any on the list normal?
No, nothing on this list was normal. It was mantis, wasp, butterfly, bee, beetle, dragonfly. I forget the rest.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
dragon.
Bee, you know,
Oh, spider.
bee
Spider,
actually
spider.
isn't. Bee actually isn't that bad, you know.
Wait,
fucking-
what you're telling me is she could have become a common rider?
She could have been a moth.
Oh, moth. I also put moth. I think
Moth or bee are probably the best roles because if she was a mantis, she'd be eating people.
I don't think moth is a good role. They are very hairy.
Sees the sun, fucking dies.
but they're fluffy. Haven't you seen Juniper?
The Juniper has like 7,000 models.
Yeah, and all the moth ones are awesome.
Okay, I keep asking her.
It's true.
I keep asking her how she feels in the new body.
She takes your question, but she also kind of extends the cup towards Raph, and she says, "More."
I'm gonna ask her what she remembers.
I remember talking to Isolt, and then I remember nothing. I remember as she starts to sort of wince as she's talking. I remember running. I thought I was free. And then I remember nothing. She
Oh.
cranes her head towards you, Isolta. I'm sorry. I did not mean to kill your retainer. As she looks around some more. I was left no choice. Did I have a choice? She reaches around. She starts to like pat at herself. Like it looks like she's reaching for a pocket that just doesn't exist because she doesn't have any clothes on.
That's enough. I just wanted to see what exactly happened.
How flat is she? Shondo pilled flat?
I think we rolled for it, and she's like a C.
Oh.
I think.
Nice. So I try. I'm still yapping at her about all the things that she can do now with her new body.
She spends most of her
Rowan-
time looking around the room.
Rowan, maybe we should talk about the more pressing
I
issue.
rotate my head towards her and ask her to walk.
To walk.
Yeah, can she walk?
She takes some steps.
Does it feel weird?
It feels invigorating.
How's your armor? I kind of just tap her on her chitin.
When you do that, she does kind of push at you. Give me a strength check.
I have no strength.
We'll do it anyway.
Get bullied by the monster girl.
Perfect.
Based.
So she, as you tap her chitinous plating, she almost like as a reflex, her chitinous hand flies out towards you, makes contact with you, and in an instant, you go from where you're standing to bouncing off the barn's wall. You take 2 points of damage.
Woo! I give her a thumbs up. Success.
I will ask her once again if she remembers the white vine tradition
White vine
about
tradition.
corpses.
About corpses. I remember, yes.
Well, as he said, I pointed at Rowan, then you were dead.
But
And
I'm
now?
very much alive. Where am I?
You're reborn.
She starts
we
to,
told-
instead of just turning in place, she starts to walk around the barn now. At this point, Lael, leans towards you, Isolta. Is like, I'm not sure if you're fucked at this point, but this is pretty cool.
I do I hear Lael go like that? Say that to Isolta.
Yes.
Hey, if you ever die, we can do that to you too.
Rowan, please just shut up.
I'd rather
You
not.
made things-
I will ask Lael when does the or what did the policewoman want?
Yeah, is the Zara bitch?
Yeah.
They wanted to search this place for fugitives, or maybe fugitive isn't the proper word. People of interest. They're definitely looking for you, kid. But I got something I wanna talk to that creature about. You guys go ahead and talk about your business. I don't know what you're gonna do from here, but whatever you're gonna do, it's gonna be interesting in my opinion. Hey, Rue, as she walks off towards the bee woman.
How tall is Rue now?
She was what? She was Isolticide, I think. Now she is more like, what was Isolta? 5'6", 5'4",
3.
5'3". She's now more closer to 5'10". She's not that much taller.
Okay, so she's not like Fallon size, Fallon Chimera size.
No. And I think that's where we're gonna end it for today.
Gross. Rodendal was like, "It'll be fine, bro. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with her.
She'll come out totally fine." And then it's like 90% bug.
Yeah,
No.
this is the intended result.
You know, I just want to say, I remember we were supposed to have a nice little campaign in the Rose, and I think that's kind of dead now.
I mean, you have a campaign in the Rose. No one said anything about it being nice.
Or staying there, because ain't no chance we're gonna have anything good staying here.
Look, you guys wanted to go to a place where I have nothing written down, so I threw a bunch of spaghetti at the wall, and I got me a nice little Mona Lisa.
It stuck pretty well, to be fair.
Your spaghetti has become a very nice pasta dish.
Who made this pasta?
You guys let me cook, and this is the result.
It's funny
Literally
'cause it's
nobody told him to give the potion. He just did it.
Yeah, I had no clue what he was doing. I didn't even know that was like a possibility for Rodendal to do.
I didn't either, but hey. Welcome to Poppy Quest, everybody.
If you go through the story and backstory, it makes more sense.
I was like, yeah, he's some kind of like fucking Dr. Bard. I'm sure he'll be fine. And then it's like, actually, he's a mad scientist. I'm like, well, I should have known. This is my fault.
Look, if you need to know, all right, if Haku ever makes a character that's from Madman's Rest and has ties to Kalulu, something fucky is gonna happen, and there's nothing you can do about it except for killing him.
You're gonna get very bad nightmares.
It could be worse.
Right?
Yeah, it could be worse.
How could it be worse?
It could have been a Nicandra.
That is
That
true.
would have been better. No, that would have been better.
That would have been worse.
No, because in the Conjure, there's no question about if we should kill it.
Yeah, but you didn't know if it was going to be a Nicandra. It could have hatched as a Nicandra.
This is still pretty much the worst case scenario.
I think
we should have made a scrambled egg.
I can't wait to see what you guys do next week on Longform Campaign 17WP2.
Roll right.
So all of this, here's the funny part. All of this has happened in the span of a year with just Val and Rowan.
Val is happening right now. So it's like,
No, I mean 0 session Val would still win.
That is true, actually.
The whole reason the Rivers Bend part has happened is because of Val. Well, the refugee portion.
Yeah, that is true. The reason why Rivers Bend was Rivers Bend and Helenshire so messed up is because of Val and Sil. You I need to go backwards in time to a time before Val and Sil.
Mr. GM, a second plane has hit the bridge.
A second Nicandra has spawned.
Sir, a second Kaiman is spawned on the bridge.
I can never die.
All right, I'm turning the stream off.